Hmm. Well, 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 what do we have here? What is that? What is that? Alrighty. Just want to make sure my mic was on. Oh, let me relocate that craziness. This will be my thumbnail. Oh, whoops. You saw it briefly, but it's okay. Dun dun dun. I don't think you can eat too much popcorn. All right, let's go back to this. There was a little much ado about nothing today on a certain person's channel who chose to talk about who chose to talk about some interesting topics that they are confidently incorrect about. That's not what they think that they're confident about, though. They think that they're confidently correct. Good evening. Hello. I see that somebody's here. What's up? Welcome. So, what we had today was a certain individual who claimed that there was no way to, dude, that's awesome. Wednesday services are always different than Sunday, but it's good. Glad to hear that. Depending on the church, you know, but most churches, well, some, I don't know. Some Wednesdays can be very teaching heavy. Some Wednesdays can be very music heavy. They're almost always different than the Sunday service. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that. It's good stuff. Um, I still recommend the church that I went to in that city, just for the record. The Cross. It's a good church. Good folks. Let's see here. Um, October through March. Okay. Um, yeah. For the record, a 200-foot wall of ice near frozen lake. There is a wall of ice. Would you look at that? I stand corrected. There's a wall of ice that surrounds us. There it is, guys. I don't know what to do. I think that the flat earthers are correct. There it is. There's a 200-foot wall of ice that circles the entire planet. That's tough. What do you do about stuff like that? I mean, the proof is right there. What are you gonna do? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. What are we even gonna do? Wow, that looks really nice. Oh, that's terrible. Why is this extremely wealthy company? I mean, not that they do a lot of business, but they do charge a ton of money. Their web developer couldn't spell mountains. Well, that is kind of messed up. Oh, look at this. Guest autonomy. Isn't that amazing? There was a certain individual speaking about getting shot if you go to Antarctica, and consider the source. I mean, always consider the source. Um, there's a lot of different locations that they have chartered tours for, and it looks like these dudes are going, just going places, seeing things. Group excursions, cross country skiing, fat tire biking, walking tours. I don't know what that's about. Now, that's kind of weird. That I don't know what that's about. Multiple locations. King George Camp. Do a little boat. I don't know what that. Oh, what Russia has anything to do with that? Yeah. But there you go. Somebody said that you couldn't go to Antarctica except one tiny little spot is highly regulated. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's just not adding up. All right, I'm done with the penguins, guys. I'm sorry. It's just too many penguins. I'm not a big fan. Now, whales, on the other hand, whales, I'm a fan of. I can't help but being a massive fan of whales. I mean, guys. I mean, I know my face is covered up right now and everything. I get it. But, but wow, guys. Wow. Whales are awesome. What did they say? 100,000 pounds? Dude, you kidding me? It's insane. So 50 tons. Got it. It's crazy. Dude, I don't care, Brave. I don't care. You're not doing a good job. You got to come up with ads that I'm going to click on. It's like you don't even know me, which is probably a great thing. Um, break the wall down. Guys, guys. Antarctica, everything is fine. Everything is fine. We're going to talk about the curvature of the Earth just for kicks and giggles. I've talked about this before, but every time I hear somebody spewing nonsense, I'm just like, hubris, though. It's about hubris. Okay. Goodness, guys. It's a lot of pictures. We get it. Sills and penguins and whales. We totally get it. Let me go over here. Totally get it. All right. So that being said, that being said, what's what is okay. Um, it's all good. It's all good. So the curvature of the Earth. Everybody keeps on. Well, I say everybody. These individuals that shall remain nameless, I guess, continue to talk about the 40 miles that you can see across the Great Lakes that disproves the curvature of the Earth. Well, I guess it's time to show you guys one of my beautiful, amazing, lovely, fantastic videos. It's time to pull it up. I know it's bright. It's bright in my face. I get it. That's why I've got these fancy glasses on to protecteth my eyes. All right, so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Totally gonna do this. All right, we're gonna go there. Slow down. Hey. No, 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 no. I want to go to the actual video. Yeah, view on YouTube. You on YouTube? Hello? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa. Okay. All right. Gonna go right here, and I guess you get to see my recommendeds. But here we'll go theater mode. Theater mode. Here. Bum bum bum. Da-da-da-da-da. All right. There's no need for you to see my face. It's fine. Everything is fine. 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 You can be picky. It's all good. Just go over here. We'll go over here. We'll go up there. All right. Y'all ready? It's like a video inside of a video. This happens sometimes. But some of you all haven't watched this. There's only 22 viewers. And there's only 49 views on the video I'm about to show you. So here we go. Listen up.
What we have here is a little ruler. It's a flexible ruler. I'm showing you one dot is just slightly over 1 millimeter, and two dots, because of the gap between them, winds up being more than 3.6, which is what I'm going for here. So 3.6 millimeters represents 40 miles on Earth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a mark.
Guys, so I didn't exactly explain. I made a couple of assumptions when I was making this video a while back. Um, Made a couple of assumptions that folks knew how to do math, basic multiplication. Um, but what I'm doing is I'm holding a basketball. For those of you that have never seen one before, you're unfamiliar with what a basketball is. That's a basketball. It's uh, it's about yay big. I believe it was a 20. What are they? 28.5 or 29.5. It's a men's basketball. So 29.5, whatever. I just did math, basic division and multiplication. Okay, take the circumference of the world, you take the circumference of a basketball, you find out what your ratio is. It's simple math, guys. Simple math. So I multiplied, or rather, I divided 40 miles by the ratio, or multiplied by the ratio. You get it. Hopefully, you get it. It's simple math. This is just the preparation.
Get it clear.
Okay, so we're not going to go to Linus Tech Tips. We don't care about all that. What I'm curious about is, no, it is not. So we're going to yank this over here. I'm going to pull this up. Get shareable link. That's fine. Click there. Boom. Pull this up. And we're going to pull this over here right there. Whoa.
Alright, it's a little sloppy, but what we have here is a mark that's actually slightly over 3.6 millimeters. It winds up being...
All right. What's going on? Can't see myself. All right. Are you understanding what's going on? What's going on is I prepared and I told you the math. And then I started the video after I had made the mark because I was holding my phone and I wasn't able to record and make the mark at the same time. Okay, you can grab a basketball and a men's adult basketball for yourself, and you can do this experiment yourself. You're about to watch the answer the answer to why people are proving that the Earth is flat. So I was preparing to discover or prove that the Earth is round. And you see the title of this video is, "Oh no, the Earth is flat." Pay attention. Pay attention.
Closer to 4, a little over 4, but let's put this back here. Make sure that you see exactly where that's falling. Make sure to get the focus right. So,
See?
there you see that it's slightly over 3. It really hits.
Here, you can see my mouse, okay? So this is the edge. Okay, this is the edge of the ruler. Just for those of you that don't know how a ruler works. I know this isn't extremely scientific, but you know, it's close. We got 1, or we got 0, we got 1, we got 2, we got 3. See how it's, you know, it's past 3. Here's 4. It's pretty much just at 4. Okay, pay attention.
It's 4. Even if I remove that down a little bit, it's at least 3.6.
At least.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to
Can everybody agree? At least 3.6? Okay.
rotate.
Do the math for yourself. Okay. Multiply, divide, do the math for yourself, and prove to yourself that on an adult male basketball, I believe 29.5, I might be wrong on that stat, prove to yourself the ratio between the Earth's alleged circumference and the circumference of a basketball that you can measure right in your own hands. Check my math. Check my math.
This. And we're going to come in
Here.
down a little bit.
Just back
it's
it
at
up.
least 3.6. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this. And we're going to come in at an angle. I'm going to start putting it at the edge. Let's see if we can get as perpendicular as possible. Okay. So I want to go ahead and make sure that the black is seen.
Oh, look at that. Ooh, that's a nice camera.
Of the basketball.
Mm-hmm.
You can still perceive the little black line there. It's 2 little dots. Now from way back here, I don't know the math about how far up in the atmosphere I would be.
I don't have a clue. I have no idea how many hundreds of miles I would need to be up in the air. Or if it's even hundreds. I don't even know. Not a clue. It's okay. I'm sure one of you can figure out the trigonometry of that.
But from
geometry, fine. It's okay. It's all good.
From way back here, obviously you can see a lot more than just the 2 dots.
Whoa, that's amazing. I don't even understand that concept at all. That's confusing. In fact, I don't even. You can see more the further back you get. I mean, that's illogical. That's just illogical. I mean, use your brain, guys. I don't even know what this guy was thinking. Oh, this guy is me? Good grief. I don't know what to tell you.
Let's see.
Whoa! Oh my gosh. He's using magic. Oh, that's called zoom? Let's back that up. Let's see that again.
2 dots. Let's see. Try and zoom in. Try and zoom all the way in. And really, at this, zoomed in like that, right on the dot. Let me back it up. There we go. It looks almost flat. I think I've discovered something. This is really disturbing. Basketballs are flat. I don't know what I'm going to do about this.
Yeah, look at that.
I
mean, look,
I don't
it's
know
flat.
if I'm still going to upload this, but
it's flat.
I'm
perfectly
really
flat.
disturbed what I'm looking at right now because basically what we've determined is that's pretty flat.
It's perfectly flat. It's amazing.
Um, this is really scary. Uh, I'm gonna have to go.
Yeah. What do you do with that? I don't even know what you do with that. It's an earth-shattering realization, basically. Some of you weren't familiar with that video where I did simple math with the basketball to try to prove that the earth was round by demonstrating that the earth was flat. There's something missing in that statement, some kind of juxtaposition, syntax. The formula is off. Prove that the earth was round by proving that it was flat. Hmm, that would only make sense if. Okay, let me fill in the blanks for you. Not everybody's mind is built in this kind of way. Why did I try to prove that the earth was round by proving that it was flat? Because if I was proving that the earth was flat with a blatantly obvious globe shape, sphere, then I wasn't proving that the earth was flat or that the basketball was flat. I was proving that perspective influences a lot, a whole lot. See, perspective is what has affected differences among cultures. Perspective is what, okay, sin is the bigger culprit here, but after sin, perspective is also what prevents humans from fully understanding who God is and about him. Perspective. Sin is a major blinder, but perspective is too. Now, does one have the ability to simply rise up into the atmosphere and observe? Well, sure, just not simply, actually. Can you change your perspective in your observations of the planet by changing your line of sight? Of course. Of course you can. Have people done that? Yes, of course they have. Can you change your perspective from right where you're at? Well, that was the point of the basketball. That was the point of the basketball. So the point of the basketball was demonstrating just what 40 miles looked like on the basketball. So if 40 miles is two dots, okay? If 40 miles is two dots, and it is, I did the math, then the equations used to describe the curvature, you see, there's something missing in our perspective. Because you see, if you shrunk yourself down on that basketball, how tall would you be? And could you see to the other end of the two dots? Well, when you're big and you look from way up high, like looking at a basketball, it's very blatant that it is nearly flat. It's nearly flat. And it would be nearly impossible to rationalize that there is a miniature mountain between the two objects standing 40 miles apart if you shrink that down to the basketball size. It's interesting. It is interesting. So it's time to it's time. Got to talk a lot. There's a lot to talk about tonight. But here's the plan. Here's the plan. I don't want you to look at me right now. You're looking at all these other people. Good grief. Good grief. It's only for a little bit. All the secret people. All the secret people that I know. Work people, friend people. It's all good. Might have even seen my own father. Oh my. Anyway, it's important stuff, guys. It's important. Now, this individual that I'm referring to, who uh, says the things that he says, made a very interesting point the other day, within the last month and a half, regarding not being ashamed for what is right. And I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Which makes it highly ironic when that same person that says to not be ashamed for that which is right goes on to emphatically state what they believe to be correct, though they don't have any proof. Is a basketball proof? No. Is it an ability? Is it a means to properly demonstrate what can be done? You tell me. All right, let's I know you can only hear my voice, but at least you can hear my voice. Puh, puh. All right, let's get some activity. Let's get some spam the chat. I'm just kidding. I don't care about all that nonsense. If I get um if I get 40,000 likes on this video, I will I'll do a voice reveal. It's hilarious all the different things that YouTubers do. If I get if I get if I get a million likes on this video, I'll give $100 to 100 people 100 times. Are you serious? Yeah, man, I'll do that. Actually, that was Epic YouTube channel. Just paid people's rent a couple of days ago. Just went around paying people's rent. It's pretty cool. And he encounters a lot of different people. And I'm hoping that one of those people will share the gospel with him. Not that he's not doing some kind things and stuff, but he's I don't know anything about his life. But one dude was saying that he was an answer to prayer. A couple of people asked if he was an angel, and I have a feeling that that warps with people's mind that aren't Christians. If he isn't, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, we also have to talk about that interview I did. It was very interesting. He's got a good thing going for the most part. That's all I have to say about that. Oh, can I get some random randos? If I was more active on mines, I could start a crew. I don't know. I don't have any active social life situation going on at all. At all. Anyway. Huh. I had some other people on the, let me pull this list up. Oh yeah. Just do this one. I like that guy. You never know. You never know. Just invite random people and see what happens. Good morning. Isn't it? It's only 6 hours later there. That means it's 2 a.m. 2 a.m. there. I know your tricks, Preacher Bear. No, I'm glad you're here. Appreciate you showing up and saying hello. Um, I'm completely banned from Owen Benjamin Live. I have been for months. Um, or I don't know. I think it was back when I was advertising for the Unbearables Bible Study, and he just decided to ban me for trying to get something more recognition that was his idea in the first place. How dare I? How dare I? I know you can't see me. I'm sorry. Let me go over here. Go over here. Now you can see me. How dare I? Yeah, it's whatever. What's rude is the fact that he continually thinks that it's hilarious to tell people that they're idiots for believing something that has more than enough evidence to believe, and also is supported biblically. It's supported both in our physical reality and supported biblically. And he thinks it's hilarious to tell people that they're idiots for believing something. And like I said, I can prove him wrong. But some people just can't handle the truth. Owen did a video today related to Antarctica and related to uh, that he had plenty of evidence to show that the Earth was what is it? That the Earth was definitely not round and definitely not spinning, even though apparently he has no idea what velocity is versus momentum versus inertia. Yeah, he obviously has no idea what these things mean. Um, Toothed whales, yes. Okay. Um, he said, on a, like, without any doubt at all, he said that there was absolutely no way to fly over Antarctica. He said there was no flights over Antarctica at all, and that you couldn't go there. You could only go to one little tiny little place, and that if you tried to walk around Antarctica, that you would be shot. Um, Here, let me make this a little bit smaller. I'll show my face. You can see my my look of incredulity. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh man. It's amazing. I mean, it's not actually laughable. It's kind of just sad and annoying. I saw it. My dual screen setup, my old TV. Find out one day when we meet the Lord there. Till then, I'm not bothered either way. I get that. I get that. That's why I liked Wretched's video related to the Earth. Um, I thought he did a fine job. I liked it. Um, no, tonight I want to um, address any questions anybody might have related to the interview that I had with Adam. Um, find out what kind of questions you guys might have. Um, so one of the next interviews I'm hoping to do is how it is and why it is, but not. I mean, the why is not a hard question, but the how. So how it is that Catholics are rejecting the Pope, but considering themselves Catholics. So I'd like to learn and better understand what's going on there, what they think is going on there. It's kind of interesting. And then one of the other interviews I plan on, um, when I can work it out, would be with one of the Talmudic experts related to their understanding of the Noahide laws. Because, yeah, we can make conjecture all day long, but I kind of like to see what they have to say. Kind of like to see how they rationalize their statements. Yeah, of course. And it has to do with his Jesuit background and all that stuff. I get it. But how do you remain in something that seems to be so defined by the nature of the system, there that being the Pope and the archbishops and the bishops and the cardinals and anyway, the whole system, and that he might be the last Pope. That thing, I'd like to better understand what that means. But it just seems to me that a lot of people are thinking like people have for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, but maybe a little different now. Maybe. I don't know. Thinking that this is the end, that we are staring down the barrel of the end of the world. It's interesting. Maybe we are. Maybe we aren't. Maybe we aren't. I don't know. Yeah. The inconsistency has to do with disagreements amongst the learned Talmud readers and the fact that they disagree about just about everything, which to some degree works in the favor of the theorists, the folks that are seriously anxious and worried about what is going to happen should worry a little bit less. Because what I'm pointing out, at the very least in the interview I just did, is that there is a major lack of organization. Now, what degree of that organization is more developed than can be seen? I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, it is what it is. I'm gonna eat some popcorn, guys. I'm gonna keep on trying to invite people to my little thing here, you know. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. Is that you? It looks like a different picture, dude. I don't know who this is, but I'm inviting this guy. So it looks like a different Google picture, but I just invited preacherbear@gmail.com. I don't know. Is that you? Be kind of funny. If it is you, I don't understand why it would be a different. Uh, yeah, I don't know why it would be a different picture. You know what I'm saying? Um, I've been talking about I've been talking about randomness for 42 minutes. It's amazing. It's amazing. I used to know this guy that bragged about going and doing 3-hour live streams. I'm just I don't know, guys. I don't know. But I'm very serious about doing these interviews with different folks. So who was it? I'll tell you who it is. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So it is the one of the next that I hope to speak to, but I might just not be famous enough for them to be excited to do an interview with me. Would be lifesitenews.com. Lifesitenews.com appears to be, from the best of my understanding, highly Catholic. They seem to be doing some good stuff and certainly stand for some good things. And I just have some questions for them, you know, about the ways that they are rejecting the Pope and all that good stuff. Oh, and how funny. Yeah, I totally invited. Um, well, you just put in the chat, so I'll just. Oh, that's so funny. But he changed his name. That's so funny. Another bear. I mean, he'd have to be a bear, but it's just interesting. I mean, you don't have to come on, but now everybody knows that I invited you. And I know it's super late there and all that. I get it. You can say no. Um, but yeah. Anyway, there's a lot. So that interview, is anybody in the chat? I know a couple of you did pay attention to the interview. Anybody have anything, comments, questions, things that they'd like to say about the next time that I do an interview? Guys, I want this coat really bad. If I told you that. I think I showed you guys the coat that I really want this coat. It's all sheep. It's all sheep. It's all made from sheep, and I want it. It's a Picacia, shearling, actual sheep, shearling, uh, Russian, Soviet army officer winter sheepskin coat from the USSR. Tulip. I don't know what tulip stands for. I don't know what that means. Tulip. I don't know. But the dude sells a lot of stuff, memorabilia and things. Um, and he's on Etsy. And he said he'd give me a deal. I just don't have the leverage to make that deal happen. Gotta save it up, man. Just gotta save it up. I am. I am trying to do a lot at the same time. Doesn't work very well. Um, what was the crime that Jesus was put to death for? I'm gonna put that on my list. But the guy acted like it was funny. He said, "Come on, fruit fly, your life's about to end." Tell you what, for a guy that said, "I don't know anything about Christianity," he said that. But he also said, "I know the Jesus you're talking about," and he seemed to know a lot more than he. Well, no, it's kind of weird. I think he meant culturally. I don't know. It was really strange to me. I don't understand how you guys didn't see this. Well, Preacher Bear didn't see this. It's just the most massive bowl of popcorn. Whoa, that would be not good. Just trying to there you go. At least I balanced it for almost one full second. Um I want to eat popcorn, but I like talking too much. Doesn't work out very well. It's all good. It's all good. It's fine. Everything is fine. Um he stumbled a lot. Yeah, I mean, it's an interview. It's tough. I get it. But Jesus was put to death for period. Well, question mark. Sorry. Um, problem with Catholic doctrine is because it separates from the Bible. Hey, Brad. Hi, Brad. You have a wrench. Oh, you've changed your image and yeah. It took me a second, but I figured it out before you told me. So it's like I know a Brad. The only Brad that would be a wrench. I get it. I got it pretty fast. Um, but as the no-hide guy, yeah. Problem with Catholic doctrine is it separates from the Bible. They are open to devotions by their leaders. They also call their father. I mean, they ignore a lot of different scripture. I don't really understand all that stuff. Remember, if they had their way, the Sanhedrin would be in charge of the universal world court. That being the case, the Talmud would be the law code. I hear what you're saying, but then how do you rationalize what he said related to the Torah slash the Talmud prohibits them from being conquistadors. They're not allowed to rule. They only want their country, supposedly. Supposedly. I don't know. I don't know. 4 hours of basketball is a lot. Losing weight. Yeah, weight. So, you guys saw the interview. I'm trying to understand some of these things going on. The Sanhedrin.org, I was looking through. Um, urgent and important announcement. Let's see. Let's see what that's all about. Concerning WND.com's post 2 years ago, the Sanhedrin and Messianic Jews. What would Sanhedrin have to do with Messianic Jews? By the way, a correction from a prior video. Dr. Brown is indeed a Messianic Jew. Innocent. Apparently, it is a mixed up version of this article. It has nothing to do with the nascent Sanhedrin. WND.com was notified several times about their mistake. This was followed by anti-Semitic and anti-Israel comments appearing in further articles, the same subject appearing in WND's. I don't know what is WND.com? What is that? I don't know. What is that? Okay. WND. Yeah, I can't tell what's going on here. This website is terrible. Oh my gosh. What? Oh no. Oh my gosh. What in the? Who even went to? Oh no. No, no. Oh, this is horrible. Who designed this website? Oh, guys. Oh man. You guys have autism and bipolar and schizophrenia. Who made this website? Guys, you're out of control. Oh my goodness. I don't know who WND.com is. I mean, I'll show you, I guess. It's whatever, but these guys. Look at this. Because you don't need to see my face. This is their website. No, I don't want notifications. This is their website. It's just the worst layout. Oh, some of you are like, "Oh, it's not that bad." Fine. Fine. Look, their only menu is here. Sections. I know you can't see me right now, but I'm going to show you what's going on here. Look at this scroll bar. Look at this. Look at this. Who does this? Who does this? A cocaine addict? I mean, come on, guys. What? Who designs? Who, oh, are you kidding me? And then they have like this weird section. It's all alphabetical. I mean, at least it's alphabetical, but this is real life. This website is written by a madman. Oh, oh man. They're in DC and Missouri. Mr. and Mrs. Farah. Yeah, yeah. Okay, fine, fine. Because I have no idea where that last name is from. I have no clue what ethnicity or anything Farah. It's Farah. You know, like Farrah Fawcett? Yeah, that's it. Anyway, anyway, that website was insane. All right, what's going on? We did the 12-mile average was an hour and 45 minutes. If I did 12 miles, what? 105 minutes? That's fast, bro. That's really, really, really fast. I know, no, I know, I've been to all those websites. Get it. Get these web. So what was kind of interesting is that I only have 45 views on this video. And then the following day, I do, well, maybe it was 2 days. No, it was the following day. I do a video in the morning, a really good one. Talk about a lot of good stuff and a dream that I had. And it's a good video. It's titled The Beginning of New Opportunities. And only has 9 views. It's the least viewed video, yeah, in months. And then the video that was actually really exciting because it's an interview, and since when do I do interviews? Um, you know, and I posted on Twitter. Well, maybe I didn't post on Twitter. Let me post on Twitter. We'll do that. I could do that. Here, post on Twitter right now. I thought I posted on. I don't do Twitter really, but just for kicks and giggles. I think I did. I posted on Minds. Yeah, I did post on Twitter. There's no retweets. There's no hearts because I have 27 followers on Twitter because I'm not about that life. It's, it's Twitter. I don't care about Twitter. You know what I mean? But there's a couple of bears that are following me. Um, I get it, young bear. I get it. Totally get it. That guy should join us. That guy should definitely join us tonight. Um, anyway, it's fine. I'm getting distracted. All right, so Dr. Brown is a Noahide apologist. Um, that's very antithetical to obviously the Noahide laws are extremely antithetical to the gospel, in as much that the concept behind the Noahide laws is that they are what make you right with God, and that is not the gospel. So you saying that Dr. Brown is an apologist for the Noahide laws is weird. Laws, Dr. Brown. So after doing one interview, all of a sudden I want to do more interviews. Um, so I was thinking about, oh yeah, he did a video recently called "The Truth About the No-Hide Laws." I think my wife
From
watched it.
Mark. That was our
57 minutes long. Oh, that's so funny. Truth Freeze was there. Um, in the live chat, I just see Truth Freeze. Um, blah blah blah. Man, that chat was off the chain. And he has 334 comments. If this is no big deal, why is there a push for this worldwide within top levels of government and the United Nations? I don't see the point of pushing this if it's basically no big deal. It's a good comment, free range thinker. Thumbs up. He goes on to say more, but it's good stuff. Um, yeah. It does just anybody that's for it just doesn't understand the gospel, basically. You have to be a humanist or a Satanist. You have to be either a humanist or a Satanist to be all gung ho about the no hide laws. Um, and then it's questionable if you're a humanist and you're for it, if it might mean because you haven't considered the implications, if there are any. We have to consider that we could always be wrong. Wow, you had me fooled, Mr. Brown. Wolf in sheep's clothing? Question mark. That's one of the comments. Whoa. Um, yeah. We highly respect you, Rackville. You do not see the parallels in biblical. Somebody with clever, respectful criticism. It's good. It's good stuff. Yeah. It is a fringe group, supposedly, the Sanhedrin. Um, so anyway, let me look at your comments. It's way better than reading his. What happened? I've got to look at my wife's comments because those are the most important. Um, Belgian Imperial Spicy Atomic Pumpkin. Okay. 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 Um, what's going on? What happened? Where am I? I know, guys, that many would class as Messianic. They hate the term. They're Christians and not Jews. Yeah. Got a good question for you for the no-hide guy. Okay. Ask him to give you the Bible quotes of where each of the 7 laws can be found. Um, okay. What are the verse references 4D7 Noahide laws. And I might just email him and get like a written response next time. I don't know if I'm going to do another interview or not. I don't know. But I do want to talk to those Talmudic people. I'm not calling them the R word. I try not to say the R word. I know I said it before, but they're not my R. You know what I'm saying? All right. Did you see his debate with Bo Tech about the Gospels being anti-Semitic? Bo Tech. No, no, I don't. You need to be of the view that the people that will be under the law, one, can't rule themselves, two, are not fit to be in a relationship with God under the dispensation of grace. It's pretty heady, but I get what you're saying, Preacher Bear. No, the R word is R-A-B. It's the word for teacher in Hebrew. And um, I ain't about that life, that's all. Um, so, what was that name? You said, I saw a name in here somewhere. Where did it go? Oh no, I saw a name over here. Where was that name I just saw? I was like, I need to look this up. Hmm. All of a sudden, I can't find the name that Oh, Bo Tech. Yeah, what is this Bo Tech debate of Bo Tech about the Gospels being? No, what is Bo Tech? Can you check your spelling? Bo Tech is a company that does archery. Bo Tech debate. Noahide. I don't know, man. I don't know. You gotta rephrase the lower creation than those implementing the laws, and four, that non-Jews are not fit to receive the blessings of God directly. Yeah, but that's it. It's like somebody, and I'm subscribed to this guy, and I watch only like one out of each 200 videos that he posts, because he posts like, I don't know, 40 videos a day. Okay, like two or three, but still. It's the Bigfoot guy. I don't know. I found him on Owen's page. Um, but yeah, the Bigfoot guy. Where's he at? Um, it's a rabbi called Botek. Gotcha. The White House is live again. What are they doing? How many how many talks can you have in one day? Allegedly, they're live, but then I go to it and it's not live. What is that about? But yeah, I listened to the tail end of Trump's little thing um earlier today. Oh, he does a 2 or 3 minute. Oh, he did. He did a weekly. He used to do a weekly address on YouTube. That's interesting. So he was blue tie Trump today, but he was also red tie Trump today. How do you go from red tie Trump to blue tie Trump on the same day? I mean, I'm just saying. That's confusing. Because it says 15 hours ago, and then 7 hours later he has a blue tie on. I guess it means that it wasn't necessarily live. I don't know. Do you guys not know what I'm talking about? You guys know about blue tie, red tie Trump, right? You guys know about that? Look, red tie Trump, blue tie Trump. 7 hours difference. And then 6 hours difference, he's still blue tie Trump. Just saying. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm trying to get at. That's all I'm talking about, if you think about it. Now, I like the first question. What are the first references for the 7-0 highballs? That's good. It's good stuff. Bowtech is a. I think that the spelling is off, though. Oh, Bow. Okay, so it's more like. Thank you. Thank you for um Rabbi. What? Who did he debate? He debated who? Trying to get those super chats. Who's trying to get super chats? Me? I'm horrible at getting super chats. He should wear bolo tie. Bolo tie would take him to the next level. He should definitely do that. I agree. I'm gonna just start eating popcorn, by the way. I'm just gonna start eating popcorn. Just stop talking till somebody joins me. Or I could just say no. 15 minutes, sign off. I probably will. It's fine. Everybody was busy tonight and stuff. It's all good. It's life happens. Debate. Um, to get the super chats, the White House doesn't even have a live chat. How do they get super chats? I mean, it's not a bad idea. Nobody nobody tries to crowdfund harder than President Trump. I mean, maybe I don't know that for sure, but I'll tell you, I get texts yesterday at 4:09, Monday at 7:09, Monday at 1:09, Sunday at 7:44, Sunday at 1:43, Saturday at 5:33, September 27th 5:10, September 27th 2:18, September 26th 2:10, September 25th 3:15, September 24th 7:21, September 22nd 4:33, September 20th 1:14, September 19th 12:07, September 17th 1:37. So basically about 5 times a week. That's, or I don't know. You guys do the math. I don't know. It's a lot. It's sometimes twice a day, so it feels like more, but it's like 4 or 5 times a week. The Trump people are texting all the people. I don't know. I don't know if you guys get those. I do. It's all good. It's fine. My autism is kicking in. Probably true. Um, Rabbi Botich and Dr. Brown debate. Oh, that's what you were talking about. Um, what? Yeah, I guess I'll have to watch that because he tries to talk. He tries to say that but yeah, I want to have my Biola University. I considered going to Biola. The Greg Hag guy was the moderator of the debate, and I had highly considered going to Biola. Um, from the Jewish community against Messianic Judaism is that the New Testament contains blatant anti-Semitic statements. What, like synagogues? I mean, like synagogue of Satan? Like, are we talking about like words of Jesus? It, bro, just, what? Anyway, y'all, it's interesting. Yeah, I'll watch that debate. Not right this second, obviously, but yeah, sounds interesting. Um, so these Friday night hangouts are a little less um, adventurous. If I, it's all good. It's all good. I'm not trying to complain, but you are complaining. It's fine. It's all good. You go to the Sanhedrin.org and it's really unexciting, but that's because they only have, it appears that they only have part of it translated into English. I don't know. I don't know. So I saw this today. I'll just share some randomness with you because what else am I going to do? This right here. You see that? This is crazy to me. The bees are under here, and you would close the lid like a coffin, basically, and you would sleep with the bees buzzing underneath you and possibly crawling on you and stuff. Yeah. But anyway, this is a cool website. Teaches you, you can, all these plans are free. Oh, and you can buy the frames. That's cool. I didn't realize you could buy them too. But for free, you can make them yourself. I mean, for free, the designs are free, which is nice. It's really nice. But this is the one that that I saw in a bunch of different videos. Hey, FYI, I think I've mentioned this a couple of times, but I'm going to say it again. Maybe not. Um, sorry, I created a Farmunity playlist. So let me test something out real quick. Let me put this back here. Let me test something out real quick. I'm going to go to youtube.com. We're going to type the word Farmunity into YouTube. Just type Farmunity, only Farmunity. It pops up a video with me or Charles and I. Then it pops up a video. There it is, though. Yeah, playlist. Excuse me. There's way more than 6. That's funny. We really did coin a term that no one else has used, at least on YouTube. So if you look up Farmunity, it is, stop it. If you look up Farmunity, yeah, it says 7 or 6 or 7, but I've put 27 videos on the Farmunity playlist as a way to kind of prime your mind for sustainable living, to get inspiration. Obviously, it's not going to be a exhaustive education on the topic, but it's good. And there's currently 27 videos, and I'm adding more um, as regularly as I can. I'm just watching nonstop nature videos and sustainable living and all that good stuff, and then bees and yeah, good stuff. All right, I'm seeing there's huge comments that I'm missing somehow. What's going on? Ephesians. We started reading about Ephesians, maybe. Ephesians here. I'll type it out. Ephesians. Ephesians is an excellent book. Um, yeah, Ephesians is great. Exactly that. Yeah. It's all good. Tell you guys the ministry hunting video is a go. Been invited to Denmark by a pastor and a few brothers to bow hunt with them and make the gospel message film for reaching hunters. Interesting. Okay. Cool, man. His view is that if the New Testament has anti Semitic views in it and we take the worldview from it, then we are to be practice doctrine. Okay. I think most hunters are God fearing men. Maybe a video for vegans would reach the right people. Yeah. Th- yeah, there's not a lot of atheistic hunters. What's that about? What is that about? It's interesting. Send me some ideas for Farm Unity art. Okay. Um, one of the ideas I had for Farm Unity was the word Farm Unity, but each of the letters to be a vegetable. So, you know, that takes some massive amount of like actual art. You can't manipulate. You have to kind of like create. Um, I tried looking because I have tons and tons. I have thousands of fonts on my computer, and I hunt for fonts from time to time. And I tried looking. Dafont.com and all that good stuff, and I can't find any font because that would be fun if there was like a font that each letter was a different um, vegetable or fruit or whatever. But no such luck. No such luck. But I'm like addicted to fonts though. There's so many fonts. I'm like, man, that font is awesome. What am I gonna use it on? Um, oh, weird. Okay. Well, I mean, I didn't mean God or Christian, but I just feel like, at least in America, Second Amendment folks, I don't know. I don't know. All right. Well, that was two good questions, Preacher Bear. I really appreciate you adding those to the list. I want answers to both of those. Those are very, very good questions. So, like I said, I also plan on doing an interview with the Catholics somewhere, somehow, some way, and then um, the um, the Talmudic experts. I want to talk to those guys, at least one of them, and then um, yeah, maybe we'll do other interviews. The only Christians in Europe are the people older than 65. It's rough. It's rough. All right, guys. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap it up for the evening. Um, I don't like to just sit around and say and this. I know that's not very entertaining. So I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna watch paint dry, or watch a recording of paint dry. What if I watched a recording of paint dry on a blade of grass as it grows? All right, you have a question. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'd be autistic once again. Wow. Well, let me look it up. Because for the record, I don't have the Bible memorized. I just don't. It's, it's 9. Dude, the books in Luke, or the chapters in Luke are super long. So long. Come on. Come on. Go, go, go. Well, it's a great verse. Good night, Preacher Bear. It's a, it's a good verse. I'm gonna just call you Lightiro. Only the real OGs on my channel will know who you are. So here's the verse. Luke 9:24. For whoever would preserve his life and save it will lose and destroy it. But whoever loses his life for my sake, that being God, he will preserve it and save it from the penalty of eternal death. Okay, so you've got a lot of metaphors in the Bible, parables rather, of the dude that found a treasure in the field, sold everything that he had, keyword everything, consider that metaphor, that that parable. He sold everything that he had so that he could go buy the field. Everything. Well, what about that stinky sock? Everything. Wait, I mean, but he kept his house, right? Everything. I mean, his underwear, everything. Everything. Well, I mean, not literally everything. Everything. Okay? And he did that, and he got the treasure. Okay? That's what this verse is about. This is about holding on to that thing, that one little thing that you want, that you think you know better than God. You think, well, I mean, I give my whole life to God, but there's this one thing that I'm gonna keep on doing, and I mean, he'll be okay with it. Like it's God. He'll be fine with it. I talk to him and he's cool with it, you know. It's fine. It's totally fine. That's what this verse is about. For whoever would preserve his life and save it will lose and destroy it. But whoever loses his life for my sake, he will preserve it and save it from the penalty of eternal death. It's the amplified version. It's all good. Read it in whatever version you like. It's about holding on to earthly/worldly things, particularly sin, and thinking that you can have correction, and thinking you can eat your cake and have it too. So, um, the KJV words everything weirdly. Um, that's a great question. How do you know? What is this link here? Oh no!
In the name of Jesus.
Oh no! You just killed my Oh man. Okay, we're back. My chat disappeared because I clicked on the link. It's fine. I just don't know how to copy the link. It it won't show me the whole thing. Oh, it's on the big chat. Okay, whatever. It's like it's over here. I got it. It's all good. No, that Lightiro, that's a good question. Um, how do you know if you have one of those things that he doesn't like? First and foremost, what does God like? And what does he not like? So his law is an excellent method for determining what he likes and what he doesn't like. So if you're doing something, you're holding on to something, you're enjoying something that you know goes against his law, you know it. If you don't know it, you're just living in ignorance, and by the grace of God, you'll figure it out. But if you know it, that's how you know. You just don't hold on to it. Say, well, I know I shouldn't eat 4 donuts because I know that God wants me to respect my body, and I shouldn't eat 4 donuts every morning, but I just do it because it makes me feel good. That'd be an example. I mean, 4 donuts? Are you saying it's a sin to eat 4 donuts? It could be. But anyway, as I look at this massive bowl of popcorn, I'm like, eating the whole bowl of popcorn could be Anyway, and ask. Pray to God. Wait, so you're telling me, okay, I see what you're saying, Brad. T.D. Jakes is considered a false teacher because he's really into the prosperity gospel stuff. Um, is there a reference to use to see what his law is? The Ten Commandments. That's the good starting point. That's a good starting point. Um, just remember that we can't get all truth from man, whether it's T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar, um, Francis Chan, John Piper, John MacArthur, Josh McDowell, whoever it is. No man holds all the truth. God is the truth. Jesus is the truth. You get truth from his word. And folks that are on this planet that have spent a long time trying to study and understand um, God's word and all that, we can learn from. You can learn from somebody like Joel Osteen, but you can't be a disciple of Joel Osteen. You can't be a, well, you can be a disciple, but it's just going to lead you to hell. Um, so anyway, um, Exodus 20 verses 2 through 14 and Deuteronomy 5 verses 6 through 18. I understand. I understand what you're saying. I'm just telling you, remember where the absolute truth is. Somebody might say something that makes you feel good. That doesn't mean it's true or good. That's all. Who's Daniel Gordon? You're right. It's so true. And truer words were not spoken this evening in the chat. Daniel Gordon, whoever you may be. Oh, that's good. But was Saddam Hussein eating popcorn? Anyway, how do you truly come to believe in God? Like I know he exists, just my faith doesn't feel like it's there. I read the debrief. He was eating popcorn. Dang it. Um, well, reply, Tiro. Some people answer that question in different ways. Some people will say that you come to believe in God by His grace, that you really can't believe in Him without His help. To a lot of people, that sounds like mentally confusing. Um, well, if that's the case, I mean, what in the world? So that can be confusing to many, many people. It seems illogical. However, there's obvious biblical support for that. So we can't exactly will ourselves into becoming Christians. How can I say that with confidence? I can say that with confidence because of what grace is. See, it's because of grace that we know that we didn't become Christians. We didn't get saved upon our like by our own efforts. So belief in God is actually a gift from him. And there's evidence of people in history that he has hid himself from by hardening their heart so that not only can they not see him with their faith eyes, they can't even experience God on an emotional, spiritual level in the ways that we understand the concept of conscience. So Pharaoh would be an example, but there are likely other examples. So the fact that you feel inclined to believe is just the beginning. Because whether you're John MacArthur, I'm forgetting one of the other guys, I was going to say his name too, but I forgot his name. Whether or not you've been a Christian for 70 years or for 7 minutes, um, all these people experience doubt and in situations. However, the difference between somebody that's been a Christian for 7 minutes and 70 years is what they are doing with those negative experiences, how they handle them, drastically different. Um, in the same way that somebody that is a white belt, it's their first day on karate class versus someone that has been studying and teaching karate for 50, 60, 70 years. Did you just compare Christianity to karate? I can't believe you. Pathetic. Pathetic. No, I didn't compare the two. I compared the two in regards to the development of skills. Some people would call that sanctification, but I was more so talking about the skill set required to handle doubt difficulties. Let me look at all these comments. Yeah, it is the Calvinistic viewpoint to say um, that he wills you to be saved, but I mean, it's what the Bible says. So, yes, we have a choice. Even Calvin would have said that there is some element of choice involved. But anyway, it feels shallow to preach, follow his word, but not truly believe, if that makes sense. Here's the thing. If you want, if you have a desire in your heart, in your soul, to want to do the right thing, which it sounds like you do just based on that, a desire to not be shallow, for instance, is evidence. It just is. That's evidence of the beginning steps. Okay? And what do? You fan the flame. You say, God, I feel pathetic. God, this just is not, this isn't what I hoped it would be. What, show me something, teach me something, help me to learn, help me to see you. And pray the Lord's Prayer. It's not magic, but think it through. Think those words through. Every word of the Lord's Prayer is significant, not because of magical words, but because of what is being said contextually. It's important stuff. Um, yeah, the book of Job is Job and Ecclesiastes are truly my favorite books in the Old Testament. Many people start out as Christians trying to preach the gospel, tell people to read the Bible and go to church, and they feel insincere and they know that they're babies in the faith and everything. But eventually, the the truth continues to reveal itself to you if you're looking for it. If you run from it, back to Luke 9:24. If you're running from the truth, if you don't want the full truth, if you want to have a little side deal over here and pretend to be loving God, well, that's not going to work out very well. I see, Daniel, that you said you've been subbed for a while. Thanks for joining the chat. The more the more stuff in the live chat, it's a little bit more fun because then I'm not just eating popcorn and babbling on about nonsense. I used to not believe as much. Never even used to cross my mind, but I feel like this is becoming my life goal to pursue and learn. It's the most important goal. Just think it through logically. God made you. He knows you. And being the one that created all things, he's worthy of 100% of who we are. Worthy. You got to think about some of these words are foreign to non Christians or young Christians, people that haven't been in church, but deserving. Deserving is a little uh, subpar or insufficient compared to the word worthy, but he's fully deserving, just logically. Just logically. Um, Not starting to believe is humbling. Yeah, humbling yourself before God. Which should, I mean, it's good. That's how you develop a relationship, is by spending time together. How do you do that with God? You read His Word and you pray. You aren't alone, and you won't be alone. And you'll know that you're not alone when you do those things. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. I read the Bible and I never felt a thing. I've heard people say stuff like that. I didn't want to. Those people that say that, they didn't want to feel anything. They didn't want it. Start with basics. I want to start a farm, but I can't do that without some basics. Hey, what are the different methods I'm going to be able to do in regards to land? What's the first step? What's the very first thing you do? How, you got to take care of your Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and you got to take care of the basics, and then where do you dig first? What is the first thing you look for in the land that you own? Um, Do you build the kitchen? Do you build the toilet? What do you build first? You can't build everything all at once. It's a silly metaphor or analogy or whatever, but the Bible is both history and the future and context. And how do you better understand context than to start at the beginning, work your way through it historically? Um, Chronological Bible is a good method. You read the Bible in a chronological time order, can really be helpful. Um, and then there's tools and people. People like the ones that are here. And 10 million, probably 100 million videos on YouTube for Bible study. And some are going to be all but retarded. Some are going to be subversive and leading those, people towards hell. And some are going to be at least 6 million YouTube videos on religion, not religion, the Bible. And some are going to be helpful and help you understand better context. Um, and as you grow and as you learn, you'll be like, I appreciate what I learned from that, but I wouldn't even endorse that anymore because I've learned that it's not narrow enough on the path. Um, anyway, spell the latter book. I got Job. Yeah, Job is the book. Job. Joe. It looks like Job. His name is Job. Why is it Job? It's because gotta read the Hebrew. If I wonder if it's up here. It's fine. I'll tell you the guy's name because I don't think it's just all right. Ish Haya Va'eretz. Okay, Va'eretz. Sorry, it's been so long. I forgot that letter. Oh, tsa. Oh, okay. It's the anyway. Um, Va'eretz Utz. What is that? Yeah, that's right. E. Um, Yov. Okay, so that's his name. So whose name was Yov? Yov Shemo. Yeah, Yov Shemo. Okay. So Shemo or Shem is the word for. Okay, I'll move it over because I know you guys are like, what is this guy talking about? This guy is out of his mind. Here, here you go. So it's right here. Yov. Shemo is here. Shemo. It's fine. It's all good. You can look up a transliteration if you want. Um, E Yov. Eov. But what I can't remember is if Aleph is typically a letter that is a placeholder for a vowel. See, I mean that. Wow, I could have just looked at the title. Okay, so it is Eov. That's his name, Eov. So yeah. But there's this I forget the name of this accent. This little dot in the yod. There's some significance. It might be Eov. Eov. I can't remember what that dot is. Any Hebrew scholars um, that watch this, if you can correct my pronunciation, feel free to correct my pronunciation and write it phonetically as a comment. Eov, I think. This is a Holombav. At least I remember that the name of that one. And this is a bait without a dot. Therefore, it's pronounced as a V and not a B. If there was a dot in the bait, it would be a buh. Let me see if I can find one. Uh, some of y'all are like, it's right there. Okay, probably not, but whatever. So there's one right there. That's a buh, buh, as opposed to a vuh. So this is a buh, this is a vuh, and this is a buh. This has been Hebrew lesson with somebody that's been out of Hebrew practice for way too long. Way, way, way too long. Anyway, let me get back to the chats. The chat sauce. Um, so you wanted the spelling of I'm sorry, of Job. So I had to do that for you. So basically, the spelling is whatever letter would make the sound E, like a heart, a long E sound, and then a Y, and then an O, and then a V. So really, in English, it would have to be like Eeyove, basically. I don't know. Job is fine. Job is. Thanks. Oh, there's no comment. That's all good. There's an English lady that reads your comment. Um, but yeah, I appreciate that. Um, when I look at my phone, it almost looked like it said $100. That decimal point, I'll tell you what. Okay. Ecclesiastes is actually Kohelet um, in Hebrew. It's kind of weird. Nah, man, I appreciate it. Thank you. Um, every bit helps. It really does. I want, just Genesis good start. Of course, yeah. Gospel of John is basically a full story. John is ridiculous in regards to out of the Gospels. I mean, I always liked Mark because I like brevity, but can't help but recommend John, the Book of John. Um, basically, full story of John and Mary Magdalene, his closest disciples. So the Gospel of John higher up in rank. I see what you're saying. Um, personally, I don't really give it a rank, but if anybody that reads Bibles, like some people, there's somebody out there that's probably like, Amos is definitely my favorite. I mean, Amos and Habakkuk, there's no better book in the Bible. There's probably at least one or two of those guys, but everybody has books that they prefer, I think. I mean, it's whatever. There's a fruit fly. If y'all see me fighting an invisible force, principles and or spirits, anyway, whatever. You get the point. Powers and principalities, just whatever. No, one M, farm unity, one N, because it's farm unity. It's not immunity, which I think has two M's. But anyway, it's all good. Um, oh, Ecclesiastes is what I needed. Oh, Hilarious. Well, if you want the spelling for thank you. Community has two M's. You're right. You're right. What was I thinking? Shame. Shame on me. Shame on you. Yeah, let's go to Kohelet. We go to Kohelet. Where are you at? Where are you at, bro? Where are you at? Search. Go to it. Are you for real? One. Just go to chapter one. Bro, how you gonna do that to me? This website ain't been nice. Alright, there we go. It's fine. Everything is fine. We'll go over here and I'll show you, teach you something. Oh, I mean it's right there. But your Bible, the NASB and all that stuff, the New International Version, the King James, they don't say this. They don't say this because this word means the preacher, and you know, but ko he, whoops, come on now, he le t Kohelet. It means the preacher. This is the Hebrew Bible, Kohelet. But divrei, divrei, the words. Oh well, it says the words right there. The words of Kohelet, Ben David, the son of David, King. Oh yeah, King of Jerusalem. Oh, King in Jerusalem. Well, whatever. Anyway, Melech. You know, you guys know that word. You'll see it. You'll see it more and more as time goes on. Hebrew is good stuff, guys. It's a cool language. It really is. I miss. It was really easy when I was getting spoon fed in Hebrew class, and now years later, and I do mean a lot of years later. It's been it's been over 12 years since my formal education of Hebrew. It's too long, too long. Um, no, no, no. Studying Hebrew is more of uh, a hobby. Um, I think that the fact that somebody doesn't know French doesn't prevent them from understanding the beauty of a crepe or a croissant or the Eiffel Tower. Um, are there benefits to knowing the original language? Yes, because it can help you understand the literary style, the the forms of um, the forms and what is going on. It knowing the original language can prevent you from being fooled by folks that try and say that something is literal when it isn't literal, or when something is figurative when it actually is not figurative at all. Anybody that studies the Hebrew couldn't possibly interpret Genesis as anything but a narrative, because the Hebrew prevents you from understanding it as anything but a narrative. Now, in English, it's a little more vague. Ouch. What in the world? I just got a splinter. Hey, this thing just went to my toe, guys. Speaking of Joe Rogan, this thing is like huge. This is at least a Rogan tall, guys. And it just went in my toe. Look at this thing is sharp. I'm trying to. I don't have tweezers because I ain't about that life. But maybe I could show you. Look, that's like. You see that? It's like a Rogan tall. That thing just went in my toe. It's a splinter from OSB. OSB? Oriented Strand Board? Yeah, OSB. I want to say OBS because of the video recording thing. But yeah, I just was like shifting, trying to move around and revenge of Joe Rogan. It's terrible. Um, KJV has got a lot of pros to it. It's well done. Um, but just here's I tell people pretty much the same thing. Stay away from the TNIV, the Today's New International Version. Stay away from the New World translation. Stay away from the Book of Mormon, and um, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, I mean, I liked Francis Chan a whole lot, but he's a human. Um, I think that he did a great job. I like John MacArthur, but he's a human. You can learn a lot from humans. You just can't follow them. Paul was was an OG to be able to say, "Follow me." Um, you know, I'm the next best thing, basically. Okay, that's paraphrased. Anyway, um, but yeah, Francis Chan, FRANCES, I believe. No, is it IS? It's IS because dudes versus girls, whatever. I really like his sermons. Look up his old stuff. It's really good. Has he done some stuff that's out of character and might not be very good recently? Like, whatever. Maybe, maybe not. But John MacArthur, depending on your, you'd probably like John MacArthur. It's highly technical. He's a theologian. It's pretty deep. Um, there's a dude named Tim, and I'm forgetting his name. Um, I always forget his name because I don't think about him very much. But um, John Piper is good stuff too. But again, they're people. Yeah, I know. I need to get out of the bunker. I'll be here for a couple of years though. Um, I get the Notre Dame joke. It took me a minute. Um, it might be a bad metaphor. You know, it might be incomplete, but I believe that God's truth is God's truth no matter what language it's being spoken in. Um, and I have pretty good reason to believe that. So anyway, all right. It's definitely you know, you guys have done a great job with your avoiding. I mean, yeah, Joel Osteen is a waste of your time. Joyce Meyer, waste of your time. Um, it, most of the dudes that have multi-million dollar studios are annoying and a waste of your time. Yeah, Hagee. Although I don't think Hagee was wrong about the blood moon stuff, but that's a different story. I mean, that's the thing is God's truth is God's truth, and even liars say truthful things. Even people that are intentionally trying to lead the masses astray because they hate God and they want to lead God's people far, far away from God. Even those people say things that are true. The devil tells truth sometimes. It's just God's truth is pervasive and it's all over the place. But that doesn't mean you just fill your head up with lies or sin to seek out for God's truth. You should. You, anyway, um, you live next to which one, Hagee or Joel Osteen? Either way, I guess Joel's in Texas too. Um, here's some. Well, there's yeah. It, it can feel overwhelming if you let it, but really and truly, let me just say it this way: don't be intimidated by God. Don't be intimidated by. Well, you should be intimidated by God. Take that back. He should intimidate the mess out of you. But um, don't be intimidated by God's word. Don't be intimidated by a relationship with God. Don't be intimidated by getting to know Him, and because He wants to know you. He wants you to know Him. I should say. He already knows everything about you. Just to say that as clearly as possible. So you know, it's popcorn. It just stays in your mouth for weeks. Um, that's the main thing. People get intimidated by the Bible and then avoid it stuff. So, well, I think men especially are afraid of what it means to be loved by God, because it means that a man has to be vulnerable to God, broken to be built up by Him, so on and so on. It's scary, but it's not dangerous. It's a safe thing to be. Kent Hovind is great. Kent Hovind is great. So two websites to keep in mind. Answers in Genesis is a good one. Answers in Genesis. Kent Hovind and Ken Ham. Those two guys. Um, cool guys to learn from. But I can't remember if Answers in Genesis is Ken Ham, I think. Yeah, Ken Ham. So Answers in Genesis is Ken Ham, and then Kent Hovind, um, Dr. Dino. That's cool. Yeah, that guy. Kent Hovind, he's so cool. Um, yeah, I like him. Um, who said Kent Hovind? Oh, Daniel. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, Ken Ham and Kent Hovind are two really good guys. Um, And if you like some classic stuff, I always recommend Charles Spurgeon. Charles Spurgeon, his commentary on the Bible is just some of the best. And I'm pretty sure, let me double check here. Look at a picture of this guy. Yeah, that's what I thought. Guys, guys. I mean, seriously. That dude loved God and had an excellent beard. That is a good beard. Charles Spurgeon. And you see when he died, this guy was a prolific commentator on the Bible. I'm not going to say he's extremely underrated. I'm just going to say he doesn't get enough airtime. Charles Spurgeon is the number one recommendation in my opinion in regards to commentary. What commentary is it's somebody that has read the Bible many times, and then they basically say, so here's some extra context for what this verse is saying. That's basically what a commentary is. Um, like John Madden, except not retarded. I'm sorry. How dare you? Who do you think you are? Talk about our friend. Um, Kenneth Copeland is among the prosperity gospel folks, and he's a creep. He's done some really awkward things in relation to money and women. Is that my uncle? Dude, Charles Spurgeon died in 1892. If he was my uncle, we'd have some splaining to do. Um, Alrighty. Well, anyway, I think we're going to go ahead and say, yeah, really old parents. I guess it's possible. Live control room is the new way to go live. Maybe that's why OBS does awkward things. What do you think? What does that mean? What is that? Oh, you can move this whole thing around. Oh, weird. Huh. Huh. Interesting. I don't know, guys. But what I do know is that I'm getting tired. And I've been talking for 2 hours and 20 minutes. So maybe that's why. But I appreciate the feedback and the commenting and the questions, thought-provoking questions. It's really good stuff. Um, but yeah, I call it an evening. Good questions, though, for real. Charles Spurgeon. I see you said Charles who. Charles, and it was in the. I mean, you saw pictures of the guy, Spurgeon, and that beard. Dude, of course. Text me anytime. It's all good. I'm not good with communicating with people, but or initiating maybe. But I'll communicate. I'm not gonna ignore you. Um, and I'm kind of busy and stuff. But I always reply. Say always, unless I ban you for life. Anyway, I have banned a couple of people. It's been a long time. All right, check that out. Check out right here. I can't. Right here. You see that? There we go, guys. We're getting there. We are getting there. We got 0.1% closer tonight. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. All. Like every bit of all those things. Don't hold back. That'd be a bad idea. And have a good night and weekend and Sabbath.